Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today's the big day for us over here in the crypto world, especially over here on the Ripple XRP price chart. We're getting a super early start today. We have so much going on, and it's a highly anticipated event for us, especially XRP holders, because we have been watching this monthly breakout, this 30.5 cents. And tonight we're going to get the monthly candle close, taking out a year and a half's worth of resistance. So huge day for us here. I'm starting out early. It's going to be a huge day. You're going to get totally sick of me by the end of the day. So in today's video, we're going to talk about a couple of different things. Obviously, we have a huge new group of people flowing into the cryptocurrency ecosystem. I don't even know if most people know why they're buying crypto, if they're just buying crypto because the prices are going up. I figured we could at least talk a little bit about why the prices are going up and why cryptocurrency is taking off so much and why there's so much interest in it. Obviously, as well today, it's Cyber Monday. There's a lot of deals, and there's deals over here in crypto. I do know today is the last day for the Ledger sale where you can get 40% off the Ledger Nano S and the Ledger Nano X. I do use the Ledger Nano S to store my own cryptocurrency rather than storing it all on the exchanges. So if you want to take possession of your crypto, you can buy a cold storage wallet from Ledger. I do have an affiliate link in the description of this video, and you can take advantage of it today as it is the last day. But the main thing I wanted to talk about is why is cryptocurrency going up in the first place? We see that Bitcoin's up here near its all-time high. We see these altcoins all taking off. What is the reason for why it's all happening right now? And a lot of times it's not just a simple answer. If you were to give the most simple answer, it's going up because it's going up. It's going up and more people are buying it because it's going up, which is making it go up more, which is making more people buy it, which is making it go up more. That's a simple answer for why prices continue to rise. But in general, there has to be a balance in it of what the sentiment is of the market at the time. And right now, enough time has elapsed since our 2017 bull run and our 2018, 2019, 2020 bear market that the prices are ready to start moving to the upside again. We've had enough time for everything to kind of settle down after the euphoria that took place in 2017, and it's time for things to start recovering again. When we look at a lot of the charts like the Ripple XRP price chart on the long-term scale, which I've done so many times on this channel, we could see that things have just played out precisely as they did after the 2013 bull run. There was 4 years between 2013 and 2017, right? Well, here we are. We're as of tomorrow, 1 month away from the year 2021, 4 years since the last bull run. And really looking at these things, you can see it's been 4 years since the last bull run really began over here in crypto. And what happens every 4 years? Well, there's a Bitcoin block reward halving. So those who are unfamiliar with how Bitcoin works, in order to keep the network running, there's people called miners, or they're running computers that are called miners. They run lots of complex algorithms to try to find the next block, and if they are able to find it, they're rewarded with Bitcoin. Prior to May of this year, there were 1,800 Bitcoins that were distributed daily to miners. We had a Bitcoin block reward halving that occurred in May, which reduced the supply of Bitcoins that were distributed to miners down to 900. So it cut it in half on how many Bitcoins were given to miners every day. Well, these miners sell these Bitcoins on the open market every single day. So if you're able to cut it down from 1,800 being sold every day to just 900 being sold every day, you really reduce the selling pressure on the top side. So what happens if demand remains the same while the supply gets reduced? Well, you see rising prices. And this Bitcoin block reward halving occurs every 4 years. So here we are. We had it in May of 2020. The last time we had one was in June or July of 2016. And well, here we go. We have another cycle starting. But sometimes we need more answers than just simply hearing that, okay, well, the supply has changed. Well, why are cryptocurrencies even popular in the first place? Are we just buying them for the sake of buying them? Or what is the underlying justification that people use to actually buy and hold on to these things? And I think 2020 is just such a good example of that with how much money we've seen printed. There's a big loss of faith in how governments are handling currencies. In the year 2020, the United States government increased the money supply by 25%. That's 25% of dollars just printed out of thin air and distributed wherever the government decided it was good for them to go. The citizens had no choice in deciding where any of this money went or of how much of it would be printed. And with seeing other countries have their currencies spin out of control with inflation, a loss of the faith in the dollar, and currencies in general throughout the world has become more and more popular. With cryptocurrencies, they're digital. We can send them anywhere throughout the world, and they have a limited supply, or they have a set schedule of how much supply is added each year. There's only 21 million bitcoins that will ever exist in the world, and right now there's already 18,500,000 that are in circulation, which means there's only 2.5 million bitcoins remaining to be mined. For XRP, there's only 100 billion XRP that will ever exist. These set numbers provide investors a sense of safety in knowing that no government is in control of any of these currencies. They're accepted around the world, they're becoming adopted in more places throughout the world, and there just can't be a magic button that increases the supply. So what do we know so far? We know that there's 4 years between each of the Bitcoin block reward halvings. Whenever a block reward halves, it reduces the amount of supply that can be sold by the miners every day. That reduces the amount of selling pressure on the top. So long as demand remains consistent or increases, well, you're going to see rising prices. And since we had that reduction in the rewards that are offered to the miners this year in May of 2020, here we are seeing the prices starting to rise. We're also several years into a bear market. We can see that the sellers have waned off and the buyers had already started to recover. So we have a prolonged bear market that completed, and we had a recovery take place. And even if we zoom out on this chart, when we look at the market cap of Bitcoin and we look at how much the previous bear market had pulled down, the previous bear market pulled down about 83%, and our current bear market pulled down about 83%. We had a full bear market completion, we had a full pullback, and when we look at the amount of time that has elapsed between bear market cycles and when things start ramping back up again, we can see that from a time perspective, we're right where we should be. So time is on our side when it comes to Bitcoin. And one thing is that when we look throughout the history of the cryptocurrency market and when the altcoins take off, they have a tendency to take off at specific places when Bitcoin's in its cycle. So since enough years have passed with Bitcoin's previous bull market, and since enough time has elapsed for us to have another Bitcoin block reward halving for Bitcoin, we're seeing Bitcoin rise. And just like in 2017, we saw that the altcoins started to gain value once Bitcoin started to prove that this market was turning bullish. And well, we're just having everything doing just as it has over the last 4 years. So we're seeing time line up on our side when it comes to Bitcoin, block reward halvings, and cycles. But there's more. Those that are familiar with my channel know that we talk about the US dollar currency index, or the DXY, quite frequently. I usually bring it up about once a month and we kind of go through this chart to see what's happening with the dollar, or at least the loss of the value of a dollar. I'm going to zoom in on this just a little bit, but right here, this move that we have right here is 2017. This is when the dollar fell from January 2017 to January 2018. What incredible event happened during that time period of 2017 as the dollar was falling? Well, cryptocurrency went on a huge, massive bull run, including Bitcoin and really all of the altcoins. The thing that we've been watching on this channel all year long is expecting a huge fall from right now. It's all the way down into the 91s, but heading all the way down here into the 79s to 80 range. And well, it's taken quite a while for this to play out, but you can see that it is starting to move in that direction. One thing that's really interesting about this chart is that we were talking about this before all the events happened in February, March, and April. As you know, the Federal Reserve, the US government, we've just turned on that money printer and just kept on cranking out dollars, increasing the money supply by 25% just in the year 2020. But what was really interesting was that our chart right here told us that the value of the dollar was going to fall well before they ever turned those printers on. And I'll show you that really quick. And if we take a look down here on the bottom, yesterday's video, I did talk about the head and shoulders pattern and how it's one of the first things that traders learn or chartists learn. But in this example, we do actually have a head and shoulders breakout that took place right here. And the way you measure the distance of the breakout for a head and shoulders is really just to measure the length of the head to the neckline and then you measure that out from where the neckline got broken. And as you can see right here, our breakout in the US dollar went to its full measured move and hit target perfectly. But one of the rules of a head and shoulders breakout is afterwards it has to go back down and touch the neckline. So here we are heading on our way back down to the neckline. The thing is, we've been expecting this since way back in here. Let me get this so we can see the dates here. Way back in January and February, we were all looking for it to hurry up and make its move down. We got a little bit of a short and long squeeze that happened right here with people kind of panic selling and that event that took place in March. Panic buying, panic selling, and then, well, now we're starting to make our way back down. But you notice we did not break above our measured move distance. So here we are. We still have a move way down here. You can see it over in oil. It has nearly the identical same setup before it started collapsing on itself. But in the end, we're going to come back down here, touch the neckline of the head and shoulders breakout, and at the support line, and look at that, time is lining up perfectly. Notice this has been 6 years since we've been up here above without ever touching this neckline. Now we're rolling back over to head on our way down. So why is crypto taking off right now? Well, in 2017, when we had the big fall of the dollar, this was the 2017 bull run. And well, look what the dollar's doing now. And we've got Bitcoin up near the all-time high, and we have a lot of these altcoins really taking off. So a big fall remains still in the dollar to head all the way down. If you're familiar with what they say on television, they always say, hey, once it's 20%, it's a bear market, right? Well, look at that. We get down here to 20%, and we're just barely away from the target. What happens? The general public, the general retail investor panics after they hear the words bear market. They sell into the bear market, and that's usually where we'll get a bounce, right? So usually the media is going to tell you the scary narrative or the optimistic narrative at the wrong time. I would suspect we'd see the same thing. We see a lot of people selling their dollars, and the way you sell your dollars is you buy an asset. So here we go again. Will they buy the top? You know it, they will. One of the questions I get asked all the time is, well, if the dollar is just collapsing and falling on itself, why would you ever even consider selling your crypto assets, at the top of the next bull run or whatnot? Why would you even consider selling them for US dollars? And the reality is, you can look at this chart, right? You can see that the dollar has its bounces. It does regain its value. Will it go down and then have a little bounce up? Yeah, sure. I totally believe that it'll eventually have a bounce, but will it lose a lot of its value first? And when you sell your crypto, or when I sell my crypto and I buy a dollar with it, right? So I'm selling off my crypto and I'm taking dollars in exchange. Will I be getting less valuable dollars? Yes, I absolutely will. The dollars that I sell it for will be worth less than what they once were. But when you take a look at things like when the dollar lost 50% of its value after 1972, however, silver went up 500%, right? So it overextended itself. And I expect the same thing in cryptocurrency. We'll get a huge bubble. It'll overextend itself too far, grab the dollars, and then as crypto pulls back, you get your opportunity to kind of make your decisions again later. At least that's the way I view it for me. And well, we can even see this loss of value in the dollar and the loss of perception of value in the dollar has led to a large rise even over here in gold this year. And even silver has gained over 60% in value. So to answer the question in the complicated way, the reason that crypto is going up is because enough time has elapsed between the previous bear markets. We've had a big enough correction of 83% in the Bitcoin total market cap. The markets are right where they should be. We're seeing that the dollar value is falling, and we've had a Bitcoin block reward halving. All of these events lining up are giving us a rise in the asset prices in cryptocurrency. And if you want to revert back to the easy explanation, prices are going up because people are buying it, which is causing the prices to go up, which is causing more people to buy it, which is causing the prices to go up even higher. And well, there you have it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and the way I tried to explain it to you guys. It's going to be a really busy day today. I've got another video coming out later today, and of course our live stream tonight. But if you're looking for something to do, you can check out my educational content I have over on bcbacker.com, and check out my course, which has 19 videos with 4.5 hours of content where I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs, the different altcoin market cycles, and how we can tie all that information together. I also discuss my exit plans and a lot of the strategies that I use, and how to avoid a lot of the pitfalls that happen here in the cryptocurrency market, along with a downloadable spreadsheet, and talking about managing our emotions in the most volatile market in the world. So you can check this out over here on bcbacker.com. You could follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. Today is the last day to get a Nano Ledger at 40% off. You could check the link in the description of this video to Ledger because today is Cyber Monday. And well, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. So like I said at the beginning of this video, you're going to be sick of me by the end of the day because I do have another video coming out and I also have the live stream tonight. So you're waking up to me, you're going to have lunch with me, we're going to have dinner and go to bed together. So, all right, that's it. I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice, and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick me up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.